back in Rust. Now I'm going to jump straight into it because this is part 2 of a 2-part series. Part 1, which is uploaded on my channel last week. Now if you haven't seen that, I do highly recommend you go watch it, but here's a quick recap if you missed it. It's 2 AM on Rustified AU main, Force Wipe. Now in my region, Force Wipe often falls in the middle of the night, meaning it's not as active as other regions. So heading straight to Outpost, I got kitted up, hopped on a train and went straight to my build spot without even being disturbed. Now that we've got that down, let's check out my area. I decided to build here on the coast. Up to the north was HQM Quarry, east mining outpost, and a little bit closer was a train tunnel entrance. This area was never going to be busy with players, but that's what I needed. I needed farm. In part 1, my only goal was to build a meta YouTube base, and with the ultimate goal to stress test it against an online raid. I see a lot of these YouTube bases online and I never build them. I find them to be more expensive and often less strong than a freehand base, which is what I often build. But for this video, that's what I wanted to do. So I spent my Force Wipe farming, building, and farming scrap. So that by the time I got to the end of the day, nearing on 10 AM, I was ready for bed. I was far ahead of the rest of the server in base progression, but I was definitely not in weaponry. That being said, I'd been playing for almost 8 hours straight and I needed sleep. So I loaded up all my bunkers with the valuables and hopped off. But before I did that, I checked the nearby Ice Lake and HQM Quarry. If I was going to get raided on night 1, it would be by a clan base in one of these 2 areas. However, both of these areas were clean, so I had the courage to log off for the night. And this is where I join you back on day 2. Alright, we are back and we are unraided. Let's check out the area a bit. And here I am back with the voiceover. I had just woken up and I clearly was not in the mood for talking. But there is about to be a small detail which will become very apparent very shortly. Remember this name. If you have keen eyes, you might have noticed something before I got absolutely slammed. And I definitely did. So I respawned in an outer bag and saw that there was a new base that had popped up on the Ice Lake while I was sleeping. Assuming that the people who had just shot me down were the people who had moved in nearby. Not knowing that the direction they were heading was not good news for me. Hey, damn. That's pretty good. We'll take it, I guess. New neighbours, don't know how I feel about that. That's my base. Bro, I am not ready for this shit, man. It's too early. Now I am cutting most of this raid out because, to be honest, I was not prepared at all. You may have heard me mention before my lack of armaments going into day 2. I had this base, but nothing to protect it. So while I could hold them off for a while, it was only a matter of time until they got in. Basically, the only thing I had to protect myself were 4 bean cans that I was selling in my vending machine overnight. And that would not do. Now this freeze frame is very important. It shows the name of 3 raiders, and these names would be very important for the future, as I would need to find the location of these guys if I truly wanted revenge. But for now, the inside of my base had just been completely gutted. I didn't have TC, I didn't have any storage, I had nothing. So for now, we're not going for revenge, we're going for a rebuild. Luckily this base is absolutely insane, and they only got into 1 of 4 vending machine bunkers, meaning they only really got a fourth of all my good loot, meaning that the rebuild might be faster than you'd expect. And with this video still having a lot of time left, you know I'm gonna get my revenge. But for now, the rebuild. Alright, well, this currently does not look very good, but you know, they didn't post TC, I think we can rebuild. And they didn't even get these vending machine bunkers, like, this base is insane, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to build more meta bases like this is kinda crazy. And while this rebuilding montage goes on, I wanted to say thank you for all the support. We are actually incredibly close to 400 subs, and I don't want to say it, but if everyone watching subs right now, we might even get to 500. But that's a bit ambitious, so let's just go for 400. I think we can make it, definitely with this video, so thank you guys. They had to put a door on the front. Now could have used this roof access. Day 2 so far was quite uneventful. Most of it just spent farming and fixing up the base. That's why I condensed it into that montage. It was at this point that I decided to take a break before continuing to play later that night. So I closed up my bunker and all my doors. I had mostly rebuilt the base, so I wasn't really scared of getting raided while I was away. Alright, we're back. Had a bit of a lengthy break. This is a really nice view from up here, I can't lie. Let's check the vending machine. Alright, made some sales. Not bad, I've been needing scrap. No HQ and base. I need to go check out that ice lake. I believe that's who raided me. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So, I decided to head over to the ice lake and go have a look. There were a few clues that led me to think it would be the ice lake that raided me. Initially, when I had been killed with the revolver right outside their base, they had been running from the ice lake. And also, the front door on their base was the same skin that they had put on my front door after raiding it, that being the default door. So I decided to ladder up and scout out their base. There's a raid going on nearby, I'm hoping it's them. Maybe, okay. This is all open. Holy shit. Holy shit. I thought I was gonna have to raid this. I definitely don't have enough. Hell yeah. Oh my god, they left everything open. How arrogant do you need to be to do that? And a backpack perfect. Just for me. I don't recognize that name though. That wasn't at the raid today. Alright. I'm just gonna take as much as I can. And I'm gonna get back and try and take TC. These guys are absolutely loaded. I'm so happy I decided to go over with that ladder. That is insane. I'm just thinking because, like, that name, I don't recognize that name at all. That was not at the raid. He's not one of the guys who just raided me. But, like, that's where they were running from when they raided me. That's the same door skin, with a no door skin. Like, it has to be them, but also, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh. That is crazy. I'm gonna take 10 explos so I can get the TC. Our base now. Cheers, lads. I need some stone. There was stone in core, I'm pretty sure. Somewhere. That is a great feeling. Full deep in the guys that just raided me. Pick up these. I'm pretty sure that's who just raided me. I mean, there's some things that add up, some that don't. Like, I don't recognize that guy on the floor, but I'm pretty sure it's them. I gotta seal this off at this front door. Either way, I can use those rockets, research them, and I can find out who did it. If it wasn't that guy. That's 68 icon. Packing up the rest of the loot from the base, I headed home. This was a big come up. Especially from the events of today, I was feeling quite down. But now, I was ready to find out who raided me. I still wasn't sure whether it was these guys, and I still had suspicions of maybe a base near HQM Quarry, but for now, I was satisfied. See, the thing that's getting to me is all these weapons are not, like their name tags are not of the Raiders, they're all different. So I don't know if that base is who raided me or not. I need to check out HQM Quarry, I think. And while I'm here, I may as well just go on a massive upgrade spree, because I have too much HQM. Alright, I'm gonna go check out this HQM Quarry area, because there's no way that there's no one built up there. They have launch site there as well. Come on now. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. There is a base there. It just wasn't in render distance. It looks like a 4x4. I mean, that's pretty easy to raid. Even if not for revenge, that's got to be profit. Right next to HQM Quarry. Alright, we definitely have enough with this. I'm gonna plan for armored wall and sheet metal door. This will be enough if it's armored wall and sheet metal door. That's worst case scenario. It could be sheet metal, in which case we just have extra, which is a good problem to have. Oh, sheet metal. Easy as. Alright, TC unlocked. Whole lot of high call to be expected. Alright, easy seal. Nice. Guns are a bit lacking, but holy comps. Jesus. Bit of sulfur. more comps. You're living good when the comp box is overflowing, I'll say that. No boom though. Milk. I don't recognise that name. Definitely not the Raider. 7 diesel. 2k cloth. You know, it's not too bad. Oh damn. Alright, well this is definitely worth one. If each furnace is 2k, yeah, this is heaps. Alright, nice. Okay. Alright, well that was pretty useless. What's up here though? Mixing tables. I'll blow into here, why not? Locker? This could have something. What are we looking at? Nothing. Nice. Let's do a loot spread real quick. Nice. 2.5 rows, roughly. I didn't even use all the rockets I came with, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's a good outcome. Let's do some runs. One run home. It's time for the important one now. I hate transferring loot. It's actually the worst, so stressful. After another successful raid, it was once again time to head to bed. But before I did that, I would split up my loot between my 4 bunkers and prepare for an offline. Alright, day 3. I think we're unrated. Now today is going to be an absolute grind. I'm just going to get sulfur, craft rockets, and bait the online. That's my entire goal for today. Let's see if we can pull it off. Alright, it's time to check out Sulfur Quarry. We got some diesel. We also brought a Jackie so we can farm while we're there. I'm not coming back without a full inventory of sulfur. Alright, get this running. That base got raided. That was my my last guess on my original raiders. I thought it might have been them, but I think someone got to him first, so what are you gonna do? Alright, pretty good run. I did say I wasn't coming out without a full inventory. I should have brought a backpack, I could have done a bit more, but you know, if I died I probably would have crashed out, so that's good. At least we made it home. Oh shit, that's not meant to be armored. Oh my. There you go. No one will ever know. I might just sheet metal this whole thing, to be honest. I've got an excess of frags. Cover that one up too. There you go. So, like I said, if I couldn't find the people who raided me, maybe they could find me once again. So, baiting the online raid is all I could do. Displaying to the whole server that I had 34 rockets in my core, it was only a matter of time until they came looking. I'm here. God damn. Never attack while I'm awake, I swear to God. I'm pretty sure they're right outside this door. Okay. Well, that is quite convenient, if I'm honest. Go through here. Okay. I'm gonna put this in the side loot room. Oh shit. Okay, well, I've gotten the boom and I've sealed pretty well. I don't know if that's it. Surely they're gonna come with more. I don't know how many there are. I think there might be like 3. Surely that's not all they bring though. Got this guy. He was about to blow into that side loot room. That is such bad timing. How are none of those F1s hitting him? push up. I'm assuming they're holding to get more boom. Holy shit. L9, okay. Oh, here comes MLRS. They keep shooting. Oh, that's what they're shooting. Looks at 3 HP. Interesting. I'm gonna try and transfer this into the bunker, because they were trying to blow into here before. Alright, I'm gonna have to grab that. I'm gonna have to respawn down there and grab that. But for now, I need to get this front door open. Okay, we got the door on. They could be able to get through that window, but that's fine, we got the door. Hopefully I can close these. Okay, they would seem to be blowing into the bunkers. That is not good. I have to get the seal. If I can get a seal on that wall, it might be over. Oh, man, I sold. Fuck. After finally running out of kits, I ran over with my hands up, wanting to see the rest of the raid play out from a spectator's perspective. These guys were actually really nice. They tried to give me the online by typing in chat and asking if I was there, but of course I did not respond because I had left my PC on, but I was not currently active. We had a chat for a bit, but I don't think I had much chance. It was a 6v1 merge raid against a solo. Not throwing shade towards them, as they were really good sports about it. In hindsight, watching back on this footage, I was honestly getting annoyed at myself. Looking back on it, there were a few obvious plays that I could have made to win this raid quite easily, to be honest. But hindsight is 20/20 always. This is not my first online raid defense, but it's one of them. It's not the normal playstyle that I usually go for, and I'm definitely not alone in Tokyo when defending against these big groups. But I am trying to get better, and even from watching these raids, I am learning a few things that I could do better next time. I hope you enjoyed the raid defenses nonetheless, but I really enjoyed this wipe. It was a lot of fun. And in case you're wondering, no, I never found out who raided me originally on night 2. I still have those heavy suspicions it was the iceberg base that I full deeped on, but I guess I'll never know. Sorry there wasn't much talking in this video, but I'm sick and my throat is killing me. And talking a lot is honestly quite painful, so I tried to keep talking to the minimum for this video. Sorry about that. And also, sorry for the late upload. I'm not going to be one to throw out excuses, it's on me. I try to be better next week, but I'm still happy that I did get a video out this week. And I think it was one of my better ones. So, thanks for watching.